If we're going to turn our lives around, we must believe in our own capabilities, and that means dropping that victim mentality. We must cease to view ourselves as victims. Hey everybody, my name is Jesse and welcome back. When I discuss concepts like this on this channel, I want to make it absolutely clear. You may at some point identify characteristic traits of other people that you know. We're not here to point fingers at those people. We are here to improve ourselves. So, what is the victim mentality? We begin to exhibit the victim mentality when we are defined by our own victimhood. If you are attempting to turn your life around, there is a good chance that at some point you've had some shitty things happen to you in the past. I'm very sorry about that. But we cannot allow those shitty events from our past to define us in the present. If we wish to have agency to improve our lives, we must be willing and able to see ourselves as people with capabilities to improve our lives in the present. And in order to believe that we can improve our lives in the present for the future, we must cease to see ourselves as victims of circumstance and other people. This is not to say that bad things have not happened to you. This is to say that whatever's happened in the past, we have to look at it in the framework of what we choose to do in the present. If we're going to take control over our lives and assert that control, we're going to turn our lives around by choice. Because we have that choice, we have to see ourselves as strong. We have to see ourselves as people who can choose to do better in the future. And whatever's happened to us in the past, regardless of whatever it may have been, we can choose in the present to take control of our lives and turn our lives around for the future. The problem with the victim mentality is that when we believe that all the things that have happened to us are because of things that other people did to us, then first of all, we see no way out of that. We see ourselves as stuck. And I guarantee, if you see yourself as stuck, you're gonna stay stuck. If you want out of the situation that you're in, you have to be able and willing to consider alternatives. You have to be able and willing to consider the possibility of what you're going to do to get yourself out of that situation and fix your life in the future. Secondly, and this is a big one, when we succumb to the victim mentality, we tend to lash out at those around us. We fill our heads full of paranoid theories and all kinds of unhealthy habits. We become mistrustful and uncertain, and we cease to believe in our own capabilities. If we're going to turn our lives around, we must believe in our own capabilities, and that means dropping that victim mentality. We must cease to view ourselves as victims, and instead, we must begin to see ourselves as heroes. Not someone who's been oppressed by some villain, but as the person who overcomes obstacles and climbs the mountain and achieves their goals. At some point, we all must decide to reframe our own narratives. At some point in our lives, we must decide to take control, to be the protagonist in our own stories. We drop the victim mentality and become the strong central character in our own stories that we were always meant to be. And I know that you can do this too. So rather than frame our experiences on our victimhood and the things that have happened to us in the past, we must learn to frame our experiences based on our goals and our ideals and our good hearts and the amazing things that we are going to achieve in the future. And I know that you are going to achieve amazing things, and I can't wait to see what amazing things you achieve. So best of luck to you, and have a great day. Thanks a lot.